Record to this computer. About to get this thing rocking and rolling. Let me make myself the host from the joint. So, boom, there we go. All right, y'all. So basically, the first thing I want to kind of get into today is something that I was asked about in the group chat. You know, the other day, I think it was Tuesday. Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. I know India reached out, you know, when we got some of the trade alerts, or Cuz reached out too, was like, hey, what are those lines, right? And to me, what it looks like, our trading alerts, now professional traders are utilizing a strategy plus an additional strategy that I've learned, I want to say from, I can't remember the gentleman's name that I met at like one of our trading seminars, but basically about the 4 moving average and the 50 moving average, right? And the 4 and the 50 correlate. But first, what I want to talk about is how do you get a tradingview.com account? This is a free account you can register for. I need everybody on my team to register for a free account because we have a 20 pip and dip strategy that you can also utilize as additional indicator on TradingView that's going to be available for our team, okay? So basically, and I am recording this, so hopefully I can go as slow as needed so, you know, everybody can understand and see exactly what's going on, of course. So here, what you want to do, I have up the Euro USD chart, okay? And simply what I want to do is I want to go to FX, right? It says indicators and strategies. So this is also where you'll be able to go to my scripts and you'll see the 20 pip and dip strategy. Again, once you join our team and are approved to utilize that indicator, right? So it's going to be a same spot. Also in this spot, of course, you can utilize built-ins, and all you need to type in is moving average, right? And we're just going to simply talk about it, how to utilize it, the meanings of it, and things like that. I'm going to show you as well. I'm going to put 2 on the chart right now. Okay, I'm going to exit out of here. But first, let's briefly talk about what is a moving average. Okay, so one moment here. And basically, I'm just going to Investopedia, of course. So the moving average is simply a technical analysis tool. And when we speak of technical analysis, that's because when we talk about trading, analysis, and technical things like that and different stuff, you know, this is talking about mainly the charts, how the charts are moving, right, and the technical aspect of trading. Whereas the fundamental aspect of trading is understanding the news, right? Understanding if Trump says something stupid, how the dollar index can go down. And wars with Russia and Europe can actually cause, you know, people in Japan to invest more into the euro and cause that to go up and vice versa. Where here, the technical analysis is for those people who are mathematicians, who like the fun, like myself, is me. You know, I like messing with the charts, right? So you can see I've added the 2 moving averages, if you kind of can see them right here. But first, what I want to do is hit this settings button. And like I said, I want the length to be 4, okay, for this one. Boom, okay? You can change the colors, of course. You can see one is orange and one is red. So I'll actually do that for you guys right now. So for style, we're going to make this one red for you guys. And let me pause. I'm going to make this a little bit thicker, y'all. All right. And then also, if I'm doing the 4, like I said, the other was the 50. So it's the 4 and the 50 crossing. So the next input is going to be what? 50. Okay. So I'm really going to kind of show you guys why this is a strategy. Okay. Because we're going to look at what's happened in the market when these things cross before. So if you remember, as I stated before, when the 4, right, crosses the 50 going down, guess what? The market is going down, right? You say you can catch some pips, right? So if the 4 crosses the 50 going downwards, like you see this here, it crossed down here, the market did what? It kept going down. You see what I'm saying? Right? Just like when the 4 crossed the 50 here, you saw it still catch a few pips right there. Not as many, you know, as before, but that's that extra confirmation. Example, like when the 4 again crossed the 50 here. Boom, going down. This actually was one we can catch a crazy ride on, right? And what I like to do before using this strategy, I like to back test. All right. So going back to when has this happened before, right? So I'm gonna go back. Let's go back. Let's look at some stuff, okay? So again, the 4 crossed the 50 going down here. Boom, it kept going down. You see it didn't cross it yet. The 4 crossed the 50 going up right here. Look at that swing, right? Oh, still going over, just looking at some others. Again, here, the 4 crossed the 50 going up. What do we see? We see an uptrend, right? And a lot of times, like I said, and that's why when I utilize this strategy, why it's so simple and the necessary needs is really to get quick pips, right? This is where we can probably get a quick 10 pips. And I'm going to go to current day and kind of look at what that would look like. For example, if we had got in one of these, right? Let's start with this one, for example, the 4 cross the 50 here. Basically, if you pay additional for alerts with TradingView, which is additional money, you can actually get a text notification that will let you know your 4 crossed the 50 on this chart, right? And you can almost create your own text notifications for your strategy. Okay, so let's look at the pip count. So I'm gonna look at, I'm going down. So let's look at a short position.
Hey bro, just real quick, just know
yeah, go ahead.
Just know you're on the 4-hour chart too.
Yeah, I know I'm on a 4-hour.
Okay, cool.
Because like I said, with the moving average, you can put these averages on any chart, right?
Correct.
Yep. So basically what I want to say is, you see the 4 crossing the 50 going down, you get your alert. Look at that right there. That's 51 pips, right? And again, all we're trying to secure the bag is about 10 to 20, right?
Yeah.
So a quick in and out, boom, quick 20 pips right there. The 4 crossed the 50 going up in that aspect of it. Let's see what happens when the 4 crosses 50. Boom, what's that? That peak it touches about 37 pips. Again, all I said, what we trying to get? 10 to 20, right? There we go. The 4 crossed the 50 again going down. Let's check this out. Oh, more pips, because it's still actually going. That trailing stop could be crazy. That's 121 pips right there, just based on that move, right? And that's why I say when you understand the education that's going to be in our back office and thoroughly go through it multiple times, that's how I started to understand moving averages, the exponentials and all that stuff as well. So that's really just simply a tool that helps you confirm against strategies, or could be used as a strategy alone, of course. And with your education and understanding the moving averages, practicing with it and practicing on different hourly charts, like Justin kind of mentioned that I'm on a 4-hour. Hey, if you're a scalper, you possibly can utilize something like this on the 5 and 10 minute chart. So actually, let's look at that and see what that would possibly look like. Actually, let me do a 30-second chart. Oh, I should have removed that stuff. Oh my God. Let me delete. And because if you're on a smaller time frame, just put on the daily. Well, since I'm on the free chart, I may not actually be able to put it on the 30-minute. Would that be right, Justin? The seconds interval is only available to premium users. Since I'm free, I can't go down to the seconds, but I can go down to the. Matter of fact, I should have been on minutes anyway. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was on seconds. I'm tripping. So let's look at the 15-minute chart. Right. This is opportunities where you can get in and out of the market quickly. So if you see all this blue right here, because that was the charts I had, because I'm on a smaller time frame. So let's kind of look at what we see here, right? So let's look at this first one that we see right here. The 4 crossed the 50 going down. Let me change that color. Let me change that thing to blue or something. Like that thing is not good. There we go. All right, so when we see that 4 cross over, boom, it crossed. In what direction is it going down? It's going down, right? So basically that means if I see the 4 crossing the 50 again going down, guess what? My confirmation or my expectation is that the market is still going to go down, okay? So let's look at it. The 4 here is blue, okay? And the 50 is this orange. So when that 4 moving average crossed the 50 going down, I'm in a sale. And guess what? Boom, look at that. Say I just caught them. 54 pips on a 15-minute chart, right? And that's, again, if we're scalping, because this is a 15-minute chart, okay? So this is a strategy you can use.
You'll be done trading in 15 minutes because we're only doing 20 pip strategy. Basically,
and probably less than that. Probably a little bit more, because when you say 15-minute chart, that means each candle is 15 minutes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an hour. That's 2 hours. That's 3 hours. That's 4 hours. So basically, after 4 hours, you would have hit about 50 pips. But again, if you're only looking at 15 or 30 minutes, you could have definitely caught. Let me move this back. Let me click on it. All right, I'm not John. I like it want to freeze. All right, there you go. All right, so the 4 across the 50 right there. Each candle is 15. So across here, first one, 30 minutes, that's an hour. So even if I'm in this zone, I'm only waiting an hour. Let's see. That's still 25 pips that I could have caught in an hour's time, right? Off this one trade, right? So in an hour, I got 20 pips. But if I just wanted to catch that 15 minutes, okay, like I said, that first candle right here is 15. That's 5 pips. 30 minutes, 13 pips. 45 minutes, 28.6 pips, right? You know, and that's basically this swing, okay? Whereas, I wish it let me just delete that. Boom, okay. So now that we're looking at this right here, where we see this 4 cross the 50 going up, we do what? We buy, right? That's the strategy. So the 4 and the 50 crosses here. This is my first candle. Boom. Let's look at what this peak is. This one would have gave us about 14 pips, right? And that's why using the strategy, I always go in using it to only get about 10 pips, because on average, that's what we see, right? We don't want to shoot for 30 or 40 if that's not what we see in the average. And again, 10 pips means you can actually put in 2 or 3 trades. So on these same 10 pips, you can multiply by 3 times if you understand twin trading, right? And some of us, and majority of you guys on this line have done that, which means you put in that one trade on multiple times. And we do ask that you use proper risk management whenever you're doing this, of course. So real quick, any questions? Does that make sense? Moving average, Indy, I know you kind of just jumped on, so I'm not sure exactly what you saw. But let me know. Cool. So Mr. Bags himself, any questions about that? Did that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, and basically what my thought process is, and I'm looking at our trade alerts, I believe our trade alerts are utilizing either this in the strategy, because as you guys can see, I mean, we may not get a lot of it crossing, but you guys can see when it crosses, it continues to go up, right? Like right here is a situation where, hey, we got this little cross and it didn't do what it normally does. Unfortunately, that may happen, right? Because we know we can't be right 100% of the time in the market, but getting 7 or 8 out of 10 times right is awesome. And let's really count it, right? Boom, that's 1. We saw a movement. Boom, that's 2. And we saw the 10 pips. Boom, that's 1. We saw the 10, that's 3. And here, you know, we lost this one, so we 3 for 1. All right, let's look at this. Hey, we hit it going down. We catch our 10 pips. We now 4 and 1. hey, we see it going up, we catch more than 10 pips. Now we 5-1. Here, I looking at that, I don't think that's would be considered a cross. Let me check it out. Let me get deep on it. Let me see. Yeah, see, that wouldn't be considered a cross, so we wouldn't have got that notification. But this would be a cross, right? And so we see a cross, we get our 10 pips. Guess what? Now we're 6-1, right? So we're doing very, very well. Here as well, it crosses, we get 10 pips, 7-1. Okay, we cross here. Let me see how much is that. We cross here. Let me see. I want to move it. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so it crosses here. See, this one isn't about 10 pips. It's actually about 9.1 pips in that sense. So I would count, I'm gonna count that personally as an L. So I'm gonna say right now we're 7-2 out of 9 trades, y'all. With proper risk management, that's crazy in itself, and y'all know that. So again, it crosses going back up. Guess what? We got a quick 10 pips. Crosses going back down. You know, so out of 10 opportunities that just happened, we would have got 8 out of 10 correct, which would be an 80% success rate, right? And that's just simply using this strategy. But again, the strategy becomes stronger with your knowledge and education of foreign exchange, the currency itself, in addition to, again, the market analysis that we have and fundamentals. Because you could possibly see that, hey, okay, the 450 cross, but some other things I don't believe is going to happen, right? This is a tool that's just going to utilize for my technical traders, again, like I like to do, and be technical and look at the charts and learn how to do this more. You know, again, I'm here because I went through that back office, and I went through it a lot of times, and I still go through it again, because every time you go through it, you catch something new. For example, I listened to Les Brown's Reconditioning Your Mind. That's a 15-minute YouTube video. I've listened to it almost every day for the last 2.5 years, and I hear something new almost every time, right? And with forex and with trading, especially with the addition of cryptocurrency, you're gonna learn something new, because money is ever changing. Digital currency, a pandemic, right? You know, new companies that are coming out because of the pandemic can make certain impacts. Trade wars, you know, or wars over oil, over power, over military, things like that can also impact the market. So just being a technical trader will not always be enough, right? Because the trends are your friend, but as we can see, sometimes it doesn't go our way. Like we lost the trade the other day, right? In the trade alerts. Why? Because looking at the trend, it was supposed to go up. Why? It just didn't, you know? And like trade alerts, again, we're still over 70% successful of those trade alerts, right? So that's the beauty of what we have for long term. So that's really what I wanted to kind of go over today, because I know in our private group chat, India, Daquan, and also Quinn as well, you know, had discussed it, and glad India got to jump on. And I'm also recording this for those from the team that didn't get it. I'm going to also put that in the chat for us when I get the YouTube recording. But Justin, anything you want to add to that? I don't know if you can hear me. You might be on mute. JP, you still there? Well, maybe not. So, so basically, if you're on here right now, like I said, please. Yeah, I can hear you. There you go. Tell me what you got for me.
Yeah, my bad. I had to step away from the computer for a second. But what was the question?
Now, the question was, did you have anything you wanted to add, discuss the moving averages, or anything about trading views that you may want to discuss to our folks?
No, I think you did a great job with the moving averages. You know, and it's really an advanced strategy, but you made it really, really simple to understand. So that, coupled with the education that we have in the back office with Tradera, is going to make it that much more simple. And it's just really the repetition. You know, we were on a little bit earlier, and you were just playing with the playing with the indicators to put them on. And I was just thinking, like, man, this is really simple. If a person just applies themselves to understand really how to look at the lines as they cross, because all it is just lines crossing. If you can look at the lines and where they cross, you can make a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
and
I
that's
got. Excellent
yeah,
job.
and that's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Your support as well as we communicate throughout the day and helping our people, become educated, and also what you do in the chat, because we got so many new people who aren't trading. We do have a lot of questions, and that's okay. That's why we set up these Tuesdays and Thursday training calls, for those who have questions about training, and those who do want to get their 3 and free with our program. We have our Freedom Friday calls Fridays at 9 p.m. So, we're here to support. Before I look into something else, is there anything else anybody wants to bring up? India, do you got anything? Mr. Bags himself, do you have anything we want to look at or you might have questions about?
No, I'm good. That's just one of the indicators, right? What other indicators do you use?
Well, that's about it. Honestly, I really don't use a lot of indicators. What I can ask Justin about is what is the cloud, Justin? And I'm gonna ask him about that. I'm trying to, because I don't use it, but I do know
that look. I mean, that look about the easiest. The one I didn't see. The one you just
showed.
Yeah.
And I think it is, like we were saying, it's basically just watching lines cross. But of course, with the addition to the education of knowing why the lines are crossing and what they are, definitely just makes it even more
easier
and confident, right? Going into it. So let me I'm about to check because on my phone it's almost like it came automatically that I'm looking at. And that NZD CAD trade still ain't messing around, but I just got $8 off that GBP. India, did you catch that?
You talking about the last one that came out?
Yeah, GBP USD.
I missed the last one.
Yeah, I caught $8 on that jump.
Dang, that's what's up.
Yeah, that jump went through, but that NZD is in consolidation still. So I'm gonna ride that out and see what's going on.
But that GB, the one you just caught $8 off, that was a family joint, a signal.
Yeah, that was the Great Britain pound jump that we that our alert sent us.
Yeah.
So let me see. Something. So Justin, do you know the indicator I'm talking about? Let me see, he must be gone. I know he said he had to step away. But let me see. I'm just trying to check out. I'm looking at them right now. Bollinger Bands. That's what it is. The Bollinger Bands. So that is another one. And I'll briefly go over this. Again, I don't want to give y'all too much intense stuff, but let's look at the Bollinger Bands. So give me one. And this is the strategy. All right. So I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen these lines like this that travel outside of the charts. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, and what I'm about to do, I'm about to remove the MA and moving averages, okay? The reason why I want to do that, because I want to show y'all this. I'm going to show y'all, boom, it's going to be the front. Boom. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I like how I'm making this look, y'all. Gosh almighty. I really, really do. I ain't gonna front. All right, so with the Bollinger Bands, and you can kind of see that moving average, right? So basically, this moving average, that black one with the Bollinger Band, that's basically almost exactly following the trend, right, of the market, as you can see. The Bollinger Bands are basically that I have about 20 is basically basically the moving average outside of that. And what that means, you can see, is you can almost see once it hits this outer ring, it does what? It comes back up. like the Bollinger Bands are the moving support and resistance in a sense. That's what I like to call it. The support and resistance that keeps on moving. Because as you can see, what? It hits this level right here and it does what? Bounce back up.
Oh, that's hard. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And when you see that outside Bollinger Band get hit going up, what does it do? It bounces back in. So India, when we were looking at the trade and our trade was in like about right here, the reason why I said it should go up because the trend, once it breaks through, it does go at least to that outer range. But for us, it just never did. You know, it actually got here and then bang. Just like this. Once it crossed, you see it pushing through, almost hitting the jump. Right? Our jump hit right here and came right back down. Yeah, and like I said, and that just goes back into the education piece, where the part that goes over the charting. Of course, in our back office, this is where you're gonna get a little more, you know, focus and intent around the charting aspect of kind of what I'm showing you guys right now.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, those are two simple things. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of go over today or come across. And as you can see, it's almost like, okay, this is the moving support and resistance. Every time it hits that, it jumps back down and more than likely hits it on the other side, right? Same thing here. You guys see that? Boom, eventually hits it again. Right? The trend is your friend. That's why we trade the trends out here, baby.
Yeah.
You best to bet it. All right. So that's it. You know, that's the sauce right there. You know, JP, you got anything outside of this you wanted to share with the community? I know you always got things.
And I would just say, I mean, everything that you shared on the call tonight, man, was I mean, flawless. I mean, the level of training that I mean, I wish we had more people on this call that, you know, if you just follow this information, I mean, the average person just getting started, they just follow just these two simple strategies, the moving average and then really the Bollinger Bands, because that's really where most people get started. They learn the Bollinger Bands. They don't even learn the moving averages. But you know, when you understand that, you know, those two together, you can really start really maximizing your efforts and not losing money, because one of the biggest things with trading is losing money. You know what I mean? And think about it like this, right? Money not lost is money earned. You understand? Like if you're in the markets every day and you losing money, then you're not earning money. But if you're in the markets, right, and you let's say you open you got 2 or 3 trades open, right?
Right.
And but throughout the course of you understanding, you know, everything that you talked about, you know how to close those trades effectively if you cannot identify as going in the wrong direction, right?
Right.
But the key is being able to identify that, right? You come out the market, you say, well, you know what? The market didn't give me anything today, right? It's not trying to force something out of the market. Sometimes, and that, like you were saying, you know, if the market only gives you 10 pips, then that's what we take.
Right.
And we ain't gonna stay in there trying to get 30 and the market's only giving us 10. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, man, you just killed this trainer, bro. I appreciate it. I don't really got too much more to add to it.
Hey, nah, bro. I appreciate you. Of course. But you know, let's keep it up, because I know on our next Tuesday training call, Justin is gonna go through the 20 pip and dip strategy with the team. That's why we need everyone to have their trading view accounts registered. It's free to register, of course, like we talked about before. So then we can actually show all of our paid members who are already, you know, with us, you know, where to register to get the 20 pip and dip, and those who are not with us just yet, how we get that 20 pip and dip once you do get started, so you're kind of well prepared, as well as what it looks like and how we utilize it to enter trades. And we'll be talking about that on Tuesday for the traders. Our next meeting, again, is tomorrow, Friday at 9 p.m. That is our Freedom Friday calls. This is for those, again, who want to work on getting that 3 and free, or getting $500 a month, or just focusing on residual, and that residual side of our business, helping others trade. Again, our initial thing is trading, but now we help others partner with us and that impacts us, and we get to help them become financially free, as well as helping us build our business. So again, I appreciate everybody that's on tonight. Feel free to write down any questions, anything like that, so you can come prepared on Tuesday with some questions that we can answer for you, and also possibly show you visually on our virtual call. So again, I want to see everybody at the top, because it's the bottom, y'all, that's way too crowded. So I'll see y'all on our next call. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.